Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Noob Plays Minecraft. And you can see I've been fairly busy around here. Chopped down a heck of a lot of trees. Started my farm. I am eating baked potatoes now. Oh, I think I'm on peaceful. Yeah. Let's turn it to normal, why not? I have food now, which is nice. I did find carrots too. I went caving. So, I killed a zombie, dropped a carrot. I don't have any. I think they're planted. But that's nice. So, I got some pigs over, some cows, some sheep. And I'm just waiting on the wheat to grow so I can breed the crap out of them. But this episode, we are going to work on our storage building. You may be wondering, why would I build a storage building 1 episode, 2 episodes in? And that is because it's easier to stay organized if you start organized. And you can see I am pretty messy already. So that's what we're gonna do. But we need to get into the nether so we can find some quartz, because I haven't really messed with that yet, and I can't wait to start. I really like the look of it. So hopefully we can find some. And oh yeah, it's plentiful. And we might as well grab some glowstone while we're at it. So let's just... Okay, so you can mine it with iron. And I am pretty laggy, but I think that's just because the world's generating. My computer is no dream machine, but it's nice. It's nice for what I needed to do, and god dang it. That's not good. At least we didn't die. I remember one of my first experiences of Minecraft was caving for a good 3 hours or so, and then getting diamonds, all that good stuff, and then just dead. Fell into lava. Didn't know the whole coordinate thing, so I couldn't find my stuff, and I just pretty much rage quit. I feel so sad breaking this without silk touch. But we're early in. What can you do? So I'm just gonna harvest a bunch of this stuff, and I will meet you guys back, I guess. How much am I at? Ooh, almost a stack. Sweet. Alright, we are back. I just grabbed a couple blocks. Don't wanna overuse it. It's more of just an accent thing. So I'm gonna build my storage room around here. And oh, phone's ringing. One sec, guys. Sorry about that. So I want to build it here, and I want it sort of longish, but not too long. That's what she said. Okay, let's just mark it out with wood, because that makes sense. So I want it to maybe start here. This will be the middle. So the door will be 3 wide. Let's keep it a bit of a curve. I don't know how to do curves in Minecraft. No, I think that's too big of a turn. So why don't we just keep this 3, back 1, 3, back 1, like so. So, let me climb on top of this ladder. And my world is really nice. I really like it, guys. It has a bit of everything. You can see there's a desert that way, mountain with ocean thing that way, snow that way, and I believe there's a jungle farther out that way. That's not a bad shape. I think I might just continue that out and then curve it around. So yeah, I'm gonna see what that looks like. Alright, I think that's a good size. One thing I am worried about though is the depth, because the way I want to do my chests, it's gonna require a lot of depth. And also I want to build a fountain around there, because my final plan for this area is it'll be like a city type area, you know, buildings, lots of buildings. Hopefully I'll bring some villagers over, or I'll purify them from zombies. So I want it to be big, but not too big. But I also need the walls to be thick, or else I think I can survive this, or else my chest design won't work. Ouch. So here I'll show you guys what I have planned for that. We have plenty of wood, so I'll just turn that lovely oak wood into chests, even though I should be using jungle wood. So you can place chests like this, so it'll be double chest, but it takes up a single area. And before, what you had to do was, you'd have to space them out, because you can't put any chest here. But now, in the new snapshot with the trapped chests, you can actually put the trapped chests there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Although I don't have any strings, so I'm gonna have to kill some spiders. But yeah, I'll do that later. But, I'll also show you what else. So I think these leaves, I'll use the oak leaves, and you can put, sorry for all this unpreparedness, but you can put upside down stairs. So you can say put 2 blocks there, and like that. So now if you look at it from this side, it looks like a solid block, but you can still open the chests, which is amazing. And then you can just carry it over, and you can open both chests. So my design plan, I don't think I'm going to use the oak, because oak, I don't know, I liked it a lot, but with all these different colors now, I think it's a bit outdated. It feels too much like alpha or beta or whatever. You know what I mean. So let's try with spruce. What does that look like? Not bad. What if I raise the chests? So if I put some birch. And one of the nice things about being in a forest biome is there are plenty of trees, and I'm probably gonna have to cut them down anyways, so I don't really mind cutting them down a bit early. Let's put this here, and then shift click, very useful, and then hop on here, do that. The only problem is you can sort of see that gap. What if I put alright, that's not too bad. The only thing is I don't like the color scheme. Maybe that. And I want to incorporate leaves into it. Definitely. So I don't know if you can put leaves, if you can put item frames rather on leaves. So let's just try that out. So, oh no, you could just put the item frames on chests, but don't really want to do that actually. So let's see if you could put item frame on leaves. Oh, you can. Okay, so Might do something like that, and then you can just still chest rather than all this wood. So I'll take this apart. This is hard to decide. I think I want to keep it at ground level though. And then we can put chests up here. And what should I put behind the leaf? I have to put a transparent block. Maybe I'll just put another leaf. Okay, so I'm gonna build out a couple of these, kill some spiders. Perfect, it's nighttime. And then I will get back to you guys once I have a more definitive design. Dang it, guys, I just wasted a whole bunch of time. At least I got some mob loot. But it turns out you do not need any string for tripwire hooks. This is all you need. Yep. So that was a fail. Definitely. And I don't know where I put my chests. Where were the chests? Oh, they're in my inventory. And if we add... No? Ah, here we are. Trapped chests. Let's just turn them all into trapped chests. Because we can always make more. So now... we can do... this. Awesome! Now let me get back to work. Alright guys, I have built my prototype and I have to say, I like the look a lot. Yep, I really like the look of the grass with the quartz and the, spruce. And basically I'm just gonna have, this will be my pickaxe, axe, shovel, sword, and bow. And then the rest will pretty much just be random blocks and items. And I think I should be able to have everything of value on this one floor. I'm gonna do it in groups of 5. So there'll be chests all here, and then another column. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on that, and maybe I'll time-lapse it, or whatever you call it, speed it up. Me building this. Ooh, hello, Mr. Cocoa Bean. Alright everybody, and I'm pretty much done. Crap. Uh-oh. That's not good. Pretty much done. The chests were much easier to make after I got the jungle saplings. I like the look a lot, actually. I can't fill in all the item frames yet because I'm waiting for my cows to breed. Turn off the sound. There we go. Yeah, I like the look a lot. A lot. And now I'm gonna have to start building the outside. So, sorry, I'm a bit sick. I'm gonna go grab a napkin. Not a napkin, what? A tissue. Be right back. Sniffles terminated. Alright, so let's get working on the exterior. First, the entranceway. Stang farm. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. Honestly, don't even care anymore. I have food. So, bye-bye farm. Maybe if I just take up the water. Okay. Whatever. I'll just leave it here. So yeah. What do I want to make it like? I think I'm gonna make it a bit wider, the entrance. I'm not sure though, because if you look at it back here, it seems pretty smallish. Do I have any cobblestone? I know I'm really low on cobblestone. Is that it? Yep, just 24 cobblestone. Okay, let's make some stairs. Not stairs. What are these called? Walls. Cobblestone walls. I'm not a very good builder, and I really wish I was. Because the things some people make is just amazing. Maybe if I could incorporate the quartz. I don't have a lot of it though, that's the only problem. I'm probably gonna make an enchantment table by the time this episode ends because I really want quartz. It just looks so nice. And I don't want to waste all the quartz in my nether, so I have to get fortune. Don't really like that. Not there, at least. But we can definitely put some shrubbery. And let's just try out the cobblestone walls. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's build them out a bit higher. So that should be enough. And then let's see, that's good. That's a good height. And we're gonna need probably wood. I'll swap this out though. Probably wood for the, don't know what you call it, awning type dealio. And I honestly have no clue how I'm gonna do that until I build out some of the wall. So I'm gonna go grab some glass, guys, and I'll meet you guys back. And we are back. We have lots of glass. 44 to be exact. And that is my first try at building a wall. I think it looks not bad, but it kind of looks the same. I want to keep these two blocks even though they kind of look the same, but I think we just need some contrast. And with that, the contrast, I'm going to use cobblestone stairs probably because that would just fit in the best with the other stuff because they would match that. So I'm going to place down a couple if I can, which I can't seem to be doing. And I don't have a pick. And that's not a crafting bench. Oh yeah, there are those iron pressure plates now, which is pretty cool. gonna have to try those out, although I'm probably not smart. I'm definitely not smart enough, actually, to see any particular use for it. Why can't I place down these dang things? Why can I not place downstairs? Oh, we can do it from here. Let's just place down a few. Oh. There we are. Let's see how that looks. That doesn't look too terrible. What other block could I use? I don't think the birch would look good. Don't really want to use oak, and definitely not going to use jungle. I'm going to build out the awning and then see maybe if it'll match better. And I think I found it, guys. Stone brick. I have to say it looks really, really nice from up here. I don't think it looks quite as nice here, but I still like it. It's better than the cobblestone. The cobblestone's kind of too much busyness, I guess. So yeah, now we gotta work on the roof. And my plan for the roof is flat bits here, both sides, and then a dome that centers. So it's kind of like that, but rounder, domier. And the dome's gonna start here. So I'm just gonna map out the shape of it with this spruce. I don't know how big I want it to be, so it's just pretty much guess and test. Well, not necessarily how big, but how I'm gonna make it round. See, if I do that, then it becomes rather triangular, and I do not want that. So take that apart, because I already know that that's not how I'm gonna have to do it. And I know there is a, what's it called, like a chart that tells you how to make circles, but I want to try and figure it out just by myself, or at least try to, and then I'll quit, give up and use the chart. But for now, so that center, that I think is centered. How does that look? Let's get on our trusty old ladder. And ladders are one of those things in Minecraft where they're just really useful, but no one ever uses them, which is kind of sad, but understandable, because it's kind of a hassle to get set up. Now I think this one is a bit too tall. I'm going to, speaking of ladders, ladders would be really useful now, but I'm too lazy to craft them. And I think one thing is they're not that cheap actually, because they're like 7 sticks for just 3 ladders, and that's a lot of, not really a lot of material, but it's just you have to chop the wood, turn the wood into logs, turn the logs into planks. You don't need to turn the wood into logs, but you know, logs into planks, planks into sticks, then crafty. So up, up one, up one. Let's see how that would look. Uh-oh, that sucks. I think that's a good shape. It's fairly round. So what we need to do now is push that back and also add a flat bit there. So I'm probably gonna do that off camera. It's fairly simple, just repeat, and then I'll get back to you guys when I'm just adding the final touches. See you in a couple seconds. Hello guys, we are done the roof. It's rather plain, but I think it'll do for now. Maybe I'll round off these corners. Looks real nice. I'm gonna take a nap. Yeah, it looks really, really nice from up here. And I think people would use ladders a lot more if they were quicker. At least I think it looks pretty nice. Maybe I'll add some stuff on the edges so it seems more of a slope in. But for now, I think it'll do. So now let's get started on the floor, and then we can probably... I'll enchant my pick, a diamond pick, because I have 40 levels. And then that'll probably be it for this episode. So, first things first, we have to fill in these edges. I'm going to use half slabs, even though it only saves... Well, actually, it's twice as efficient, I guess, so it saves quite a bit. And I'm cheap like that, even though it's just wood. And in the center, I want to do a crazy platypus logo of sorts. It'll be kind of the one in my, like the one in my intro. Actually, you know what? Let's get started on that now. So I'll center it right there. Now let's grab some birch. I know I have birch. There we go. Let's turn some of it into planks. And then deposit some stuff. What don't we need? We don't need beef. We don't need leather. Don't need that. Don't need that. Alright. Oop. So, how am I gonna do this logo? I know a couple things. Let's just do that. One eye is bigger than the other, so let's put one eye here. And let's put the other eye here. That's a good size. And I also have to worry about lighting. I don't know how I'm gonna light this place. Unfortunately, I was not able to half slab it, or else it would look kind of weird, because the chests would not be, like, these item frames wouldn't be centered anymore. So I didn't really like that, so I didn't do it. Oh. Is this too far down? Yeah, it's too far down. Great. I will have to move it up here then. I think though I can just light the pupils in the middle of the eyes. So that should be okay. So yeah. Next snapshot came out. Snapshot 13W4A. That one I haven't updated to yet because I want to keep the episodes somewhat consistent. So I don't want first half of the episode in one snapshot, next half in another snapshot. And also, they nerfed bone meal, and I'm not too happy about that, to be honest. It's kind of annoying. I can see why they did it. It was pretty OP, but don't like it. So I'll hold off on updating for another till next time. So I think that's a good size for the eyes. Now, how am I gonna do the nose part? I'm not very good at pixel art. Let's see. I know the top one's bigger than the bottom one, so let's do that. And it doesn't have to be centered or anything, because the whole logo is kind of just messy and weird. And then... Oop. Okay, let's see how that looks. Can't really tell until I have the spruce in, so I'm gonna fill the spruce in and then I'll get back to you guys. I think that doesn't look too bad. Pretty close representation, I think. So now we have to just do the rest of the floor, and I don't want to just do one thing over and over again. Like, I don't want to just have spruce planks or birch planks the whole way through. So I'm going to create some sort of a pattern that has a torch in the middle because I need lighting. So I think the simplest one I'm probably just gonna use is torch, lamp right there. That's not right. Lamp right here, and then the plank here. And okay, that's centered. It's not centered, but basically what I'm gonna do is just one of these simple little, should probably use the shovel. Simple little things. Lamp will be lit, and I'll do that centered. Oh, that is centered. Alright, well, maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll round off the corners or something if I'm feeling fancy. And yeah, so I'll just do that off cam because you probably don't want me to see that again. See me do that again. Don't know what I just said. But yeah. Mouth is starting to go bye-bye, so I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Getting this enchanting table has taken way longer than I thought. But I did do some caving, waiting for the stinking cows to rebreed. And I found 3 dungeons, believe it or not. 3 dungeons, lots of iron, 6 diamonds, probably should have saved it for fortune, 1 emerald, some lapis, and some redstone. And we are level 44. Level 44. Ridiculous. Cross our fingers. Duh. Oh well. See you next time, guys. I'm gonna go cry.